Hello! This is Yahweasel, and who should I show my poem to next, Monica? Hello again, Jonas. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Nope. Here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. Great job, Jonas. I could read most of these words. You're very, very slowly learning the shape of all of the letters. I was going ooh in my head while I was reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I was actually about to say derp. I looked at it and I saw derp and I had to pause for a second and I went, I really don't think she said you went for something so derp. No, she didn't. She said deep. It's fine. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Whoa, that's me saying that, sorry. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. And unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It'll take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too, Tilda. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop, violent, grating, waveform, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me? 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 That definitely says load me. Did you want me to save here and load it back? Load me. Click? No. Okay, thank you. I don't have my Commodore here, but if I did, load Monica, 8, 1. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I really just cannot do that. You know what? Let's go with that voice. I really just cannot do that. I guess it's just the way I write. No, let's not do that. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. I don't like that you change your voice every time you talk. It's just the kind of thing I've never seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. And friendship. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Well, that's just because you're a moron. Sometimes asking people what a poem about isn't the right question. P.S. I'm going blind. Just thought I'd mention that. It's a terrible disease. Poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. So your writing tip of the day is fourth wall breaking. Okay. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Ah ha ha! That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening, Tilda. All these choices! I choose skip. That didn't work. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Huh? What? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win, and I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Glad someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's... oh wait, me. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Sayori's boring and stupid poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. So Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend as much time with someone like you? She's a cat, what can I say? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. I get the feeling Natsuki and I aren't friends. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders. Her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if some friends start liking spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world's better without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. You know, I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward. Oh, anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's just about it's about how everyone thinks my... That doesn't matter, it can be anything. I want it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they'll make fun of you or think less of you, like how I like to cut up humans and eat them. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things like cannibalism. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say lesbianism? Yeah. She said her poem was an unusual hobby, was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words, even though she can read, unlike me. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. She feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, what? What are you talking about? Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it, like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that! Remember the name! I'm gonna write a good one tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of, Tilda. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations.
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Oh, okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you had heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing?
Monica?
Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem and recite it during the event. The cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Literally, the poster is just that. That's the poster. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster with crayons because no one trusts her with sharp pencils, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? No, it's just you should maybe consult people first, you jerk! It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud for a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. Sorry particularly about my drifting accent. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Apparently poetry. Apparently it's all about poetry. Prose doesn't exist. Yeah! It's about expressing poetry and not prose. Being intimate with poetry and not prose. Finding new poetry and not prose. And having poetry and not prose. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members, if you know what I mean. The least we can do is help them out a bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get over it. Get it over with. Alright, Tilda. Whew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces.
Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice.
Ah, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri Tilda!
This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
If I understood the disclaimers at the beginning of the game, yeah, it might just be. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. You've written 2, so that's plenty. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way!
Monica, this is too sudden.
Well, if you can't recite one of your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers?
Oh no.
Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem! Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed! Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand, because I don't understand emotions. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Yay! You didn't actually say any words! Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Ah, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go... No, I really expected that to be Sayori.
I'll go next.
Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium.
This poem is called... !
Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, lesbianism!
It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye.
Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident... woman might be a stretch given the voice she has, but you know, the poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciated, because I'm good at enunciating too. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head, literally. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around herself as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. Yay! I survived your awful reading! It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, Tilda. We'll hear Sayori's next time. Until then, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, join us on Discord at yahweasel.com/Discord. Cheers from Yahweasel.